Okay, guys. BurlyMenGaming and Turn-Based Carl, my co-host for the Arena Multiplatform Gaming News Podcast, are here with me. I'm your host, Expat, for the post-show, episode 53 post-show. So want to welcome all of you patrons and all of you that'll be on the free podcast services when it goes out after 1 day early access. So thank you so much for listening to us. And guys, we talked a lot during the episode about the Sony PlayStation showcase event. A lot of really cool stuff that they announced, but there were some other announcements from PlayStation this week as well. I want to start the post show by talking about Sony acquiring Firesprite for PlayStation Studios VR and PS5 output. So this is going to be like the 14th distinct party studio under the Sony Worldwide Studios umbrella. And I think this acquisition was specifically made because they have the development of the Playroom, I think it is, for the PSVR. So I think this was an acquisition that's going to focus a lot on the second generation VR and for games related to that. What do you guys think of this acquisition? Carl, I'll start with you on this one, man. What did you think of this?
Yeah, it makes sense for Sony because I really think the VR angle is why they bought these people. I mean, they bought the studio. Why am I saying it like that? It's kind of weird.
that game that had slaves messed you up.
I know, right? Yeah. I mean, they need games. They need development for PSVR too. So it's undoubtedly to me that this is what they're going to be doing. Not to say that they won't ever do anything else, but yeah, they need stuff. They need content for that platform.
Yeah, definitely. Burly, what'd you think of this acquisition?
Yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer because we know they have stated that PSVR 2 is in development, so you're going to want more studios and that they've done work with them before, so might as well own them, have it, so that way when you launch your PSVR 2, you've got much more stuff to come out for it and to try and push it and sell it.
Yeah. So previously, Sony, of course, acquired, Housemarque? They just did that recently. And the Dutch PC porting team, Nixxes Software. So, I don't know. It feels like the acquisition race has started to heat up again. I don't know. You've had Xbox, buying their studios, of course, with, ZeniMax and Bethesda and all that. And, there's some out there that think Sony should start acquiring more studios and doing all this. They get Housemarque with it. Housemarque was a no-brainer as well, but I don't know.
What was absent was a Bluepoint acquisition announcement from the show, which people expected because of that leak of that image.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I mentioned at some point when we talked about that on Twitter, they changed their bio to say that they're like fully independent, self-funded.
Yeah.
After that. So I kind of feel like that deal isn't happening and may have fell through.
Yeah.
Or at least it's definitely not, signed on at this point.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. And more PlayStation news. Sean Layden made some comments. The ex-PlayStation boss predicts that Sony's PS5 games will cost $200 million to make. So this comes from, I'm going to read this article. This comes from Eurogamer and Wesley Yin-Poole over at Eurogamer. So the former boss of PlayStation has predicted PlayStation 5 games will cost $200 million to make. Sean Layden, who held various executive roles at PlayStation before leaving in October 2019, told Bloomberg the cost of game development doubles with every platform. So budgets for the PlayStation 4 games Layden spearheaded each hit $100 million And Bloomberg reports Layden predicts PS5 games will each cost $200 million to make, and prices will only increase from there. Big game companies will combat this exponential development cost by employing a, quote, de-risk, in quote, strategy, Layden suggested, which in turn causes AAA publishers to become, quote, incentivized towards sequels, end quote. Bloomberg points to publishers chasing trends, quoting Layden as saying, quote, what happens there is you end up with 3 to 4 silos of games or game types that continue to exist, and variety is squeezed out, end quote. Sony is working on a raft of big budget sequels for PS5, and we talked about these a lot during the episode when we discussed the games that are going to be coming out that were shown at the showcase. Although most are cross-gen titles that also have a PS4 version, titles include Guerrilla's Horizon Forbidden West, Polyphony's Gran Turismo 7, and the next God of War from Sony Santa Monica. So, I don't know. Guys, so what do you think? You think they're going to cost about $200 million to make? Burly, what do you think, man?
It could for some of these bigger titles. That's
like
the one thing.
Spider-Man 2 or like Wolverine, maybe.
Yeah, well, especially on those ones, because I'm more willing to believe those ones, because you got to pay Marvel a chunk of that money is to go to get the licensing.
Yeah, that's true.
So that Marvel ain't going to be cheap after the success of Spider-Man and Spider-Man Miles Morales. They're not going to go, we'll give it to you for a fair rate. We're going to be like, no, we want a shit ton of money because this is going to fucking sell.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
but here's the thing. You don't always need to have a giant budget and make a giant bloated big game to make it successful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
it's very true.
No one saw that Minecraft game that came out of nowhere and just made millions on millions for a cheap price. Because I was in college when that came out, and I knew people that were buying it when it was coming out, because I think it was like $10, $15.
Mm-hmm.
You buy in once and you're on all the you got it. Like, if you bought in early, you got it on all the platforms.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. I mean, what do you think Fortnite cost? Right? At this point, because they support it for so long, but like, what did it cost when they first made it? Probably not that much.
Yeah.
I mean, it's going to happen for sure. I mean, but not my problem. Like, I don't care what your games cost to make. That doesn't concern me really.
Yeah.
When you raise the price to $70 on your games, then I guess that does concern me, and this is going to be the reason why they do that.
Yeah.
But I don't care. That's your business. You need to figure out how to make that work. If people don't want to pay $70 for your games, you have to do something different. And I don't think that they are really hurting with these games. They're selling, 10 million copies of some of these games, and they are making larger profits than they ever were before because more people are buying digitally, where they make more money. So
yeah.
Don't feel bad for you. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pandemic helped gaming. Like, some of these games, like Mario Kart 8 was selling fine, but the pandemic shot that thing up. That's selling a crap ton. And the game's been how many years old? It came out the first year when the Switch came out, and then it was 3 years prior to that on the Wii U. Yeah. So it's like...
Yeah. Dude, that new Animal Crossing, I could tell you right now, there's no way it sells 20 million copies if it wasn't for the pandemic.
Yeah.
It's just not happening. That game was perfectly timed for that. Not on purpose, but I mean...
It was perfect. It couldn't have picked a better time to come out when that launched.
Yeah. And what really pushed it was that everyone was at home. Everyone was trying to stay home. And all these influencers, people on YouTube, wherever, like, everyone was playing the game and everyone was talking about the game, and they made everyone want to get it and buy it and play it.
Yeah.
And I just don't think that would have happened under normal circumstances. Not that it wouldn't have sold well. I mean, it's a popular enough franchise, but like it blew it out of the water the previous sales for that game, for that franchise.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, I want to talk about. I mentioned this towards the end of the discussion of the PlayStation Showcase, but we didn't see any of Kena, Bridge of Spirits, during the showcase, and I was telling Carl and Burly, I'm kind of worried about this because you would think that they would really be pushing this game and trying to support it, especially so close to launch. Well, some more news about Kena actually came out this past week, and Kena Bridge of Spirits sequel unlikely, says developer. So, however, branching out into other creative mediums is a possibility. So who knows? You might get a Fortnite character, just like Carl, you were mentioning Fortnite earlier. Probably Kena's going to come to Fortnite or something, or who knows? Maybe Kena will come to Genshin Impact now or something like that. Who knows?
Okay.
But anyway, this is from Hope Billingham over at Games Radar. Kena Bridge of Spirits developer Ember Lab has said that a sequel to the highly anticipated game is unlikely. However, suggests Kena could branch out into other mediums. In an interview with Soul Vision magazine, Kena Bridge of Spirits developers Mike and Josh Greer said that they aren't sure they'll do a direct sequel to Kena Bridge of Spirits and instead would prefer to do, quote, another IP with the same style in terms of gameplay and story-driven experience, end quote. That isn't to necessarily say that Kena's adventure will end once the credits roll at the end of the game, though. As the Greer brothers explained, the game has, quote, a lot of storytelling potential, end quote. I don't know, man. What do you guys think? I mean, if they were confident that this game is going to do really well, wouldn't you think they would say, oh, yeah, the sequel is definitely on the table? I don't know, what do you think?
Ooh. Yeah, I did not hear this until now. That's not a good sign, but it doesn't necessarily mean the reason is that the game isn't good. These, like I said in the other in the regular show, the studio's never made a game before.
Yeah,
and the developers they came from working on something else. I forgot what it was. Was it like CG trailers or something? They did for some story stuff. Mm-hmm. But maybe it's just a matter of they don't enjoy the process of making a game, that I could see that as the case. Like it's a lot different work than just doing something that's like a movie,
Yeah. I don't know. Burly, what do you think, man?
Or it could be a little hint that maybe the main character, Kena herself, may not survive this game.
Ooh.
You never know. I doubt that'll be the reason, but
yeah,
I think what Carl's saying is probably more accurate. It may just be like they've done this style of game and be like, do we really want to kind of do this style of game again? Nah, let's do something else.
Yeah.
Let's make a Fortnite clone and sell a shit ton of loot boxes.
Yeah,
we're in this to get fucking paid.
Yeah, I mean that's you have so many different PlayStation IPs and games that they could put Kena into. I mean, it's just
PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale too. Come on. I love that first game. Like that, I know I'm in the minority on that, but I like that game a lot.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of smaller indie games too that that she could probably pop up in, but like we were saying, Fortnite or maybe like Genshin Impact, because they've already done that with Aloy now. So, but with Genshin Impact, you have to be level 20 just to unlock her character. So you just can't, because Genshin Impact is free to play, but if you download the game expecting, hey, I can get Aloy from day one, no. You have to work your way. You have to grind to level 20 before you can unlock her.
Or buy stuff to get yourself to level 20, because I'm sure they sell.
Probably, yeah.
Well, it's from what I've heard, it's like you have to travel through the world, and that's how you level up. And so by traveling through the world, which means you have to grind and go from parts of the kingdom to another, that's the way you do it. So I don't know, but
yeah, I mean, that makes sense. I told you Marvel Strike Force, and you couldn't just buy characters. It didn't work that way.
Yeah.
You could spend money that would let you get the certain characters, but there were characters that specifically you had to do like raids or things like that to earn a certain thing to get them. Like they usually release the team, like a 5-person team, and one of them would be like the high tier character that you had to do a lot of work to get. Yeah. So.
Yeah, we shall see. I'm hoping that Kena is a really good game and it's a memorable game to play. I'm really looking forward to playing it. I'm going to be playing it on day one on the PS5. So, I hope it's a success for Sony, and it's a game that they could make a possible sequel to. So we'll see. But I'm keeping my hopes up. Yeah. So. Okay, so next up, I want to talk about Tokyo Game Show a little bit. So Square Enix announced the TGS 2021 online lineup. So I'm going to read some of this to you. This is from Sal Romano over at Gematsu. So on September 30th, we have the lineup of Collection of Saga Final Fantasy Legend for Switch, PC, Steam, iOS, and Android. Deep Insanity Asylum for PC, Steam, iOS, and Android. Dragon Quest X Offline to be announced. Dragon Quest X Online for PS4, Switch, PC, Wii U, and 3DS. 3DS
and the Wii U.
Yeah. You tell me it's not on Xbox, but it could be on that junk.
Well, that's Japan only. Dragon Quest X is only...
is it?
Online?
Yes.
And they are not going to waste their money porting to Xbox over there, because literally there's Expat and 3 other people in the country of Japan. Am I wrong?
Selling well.
You ain't wrong. Okay, next. Next up, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius for PC, iOS, Android. Final Fantasy VII, The First Soldier for iOS, Android. Final Fantasy 14, PS5, PS4, PC, and Mac. Forspoken, PS5, PC. Imperial Saga Eclipse for PC and smartphone. There you go, Carl. Smartphones.
Oh, yeah.
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, PS5, Xbox Series, PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC. Project Triangle Strategy for Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Romancing Saga Re-Universe for iOS, Android. And then, War of the Visions, Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, iOS, Android. October 1st, in Japanese, YouTube and Nico Nico and Twitch, and in English on YouTube at 7 p.m. This will be Japan Standard Time, 7 p.m. Square Enix presents TGS 2021, a review of information released thus far and new updates on upcoming titles, featuring MC. There's your. Yep. There's the shout out to the MC. Yes, yeah. Yasumoto Hiroki is the MC. At 8 p.m. Japan Standard Time, opening day Square Enix TGS 2021 special live broadcast. And then at 9 p.m. Japan Standard Time, Lounge Jam, Square Enix Music TGS 2021 special live featuring Miyachi Ryo Quintet. And then at 10 p.m. Japan Standard Time, Forspoken TGS special program. Information on the PlayStation 5 and PS title Forspoken, featuring MC Imadachi Susumu and Terada Takeshi. So, and Mitsuno Ryo. That's a misspell. Sorry. Mitsuno Ryo. Okay, anyway. Ryo. That's correctly pronounced. Okay. So who is a creative producer for Forspoken. So October 2nd in Japanese on YouTube, Nico Nico, and Twitch, and in English from 1 p.m. on YouTube and from 9 p.m. as well on YouTube. 1 p.m.'s show will be Marvel Guardians of the Galaxy official live stream. And then it goes on and on and on. I'm not going to go into all of that. So the more of the Saga series, TGS special live stream.
Yeah. Are we sponsored by TGS?
No. I wish we were, but yeah. So a lot of stuff, guys. A lot of stuff. So what do you think, man? I mean, there's, like we said before, there's going to be a lot of mobile stuff. There's going to be stuff on Dragon Quest. There's going to be stuff on Final Fantasy. I think this is, pretty common stuff, especially out here in Japan. But stuff that, they're going to show. What do you guys think? Burly, what do you think?
It seems pretty much this is not surprising what they're showing. Mm-hmm. There is one surprising thing. I'm shocked because they're doing Dragon Quest X, but they're not doing the Dragon Quest 3 HD. They're not showing more off of that because I know Dragon Quest 3 is huge over there. Oh yeah, so that's like that is one of the top tier games in that series. Mm-hmm. So I'm surprised they're not spending more showing the HD remake for that. I am shocked.
Mm. Yeah, is this like kind of a showcase thing? Is that what this?
Yeah.
So okay. So is this the full lineup? Like when Capcom announced what their E3 was going to be and it was literally everything, or is there some stuff that they're not saying?
There's probably some stuff that they're not saying, but generally this is the online lineup for everything.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like I'm super excited to see more of Project Triangle Strategy, but everything else, I'm like, I mean, whatever. Like this is all stuff that we've already seen plenty of, or mostly, or know about, or I don't know. Where's Final Fantasy 16? That wasn't even at the Sony showcase. Like, I want to see more of that.
Yeah. So like Forspoken. I mean, that might be interesting.
Yeah. Well, we just got a huge look at it. I mean,
yeah.
Give us FF16.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's Korean based too, so it'll be interesting. They might have some other stuff to discuss about it over here on the Japan side of things. So we shall see. So okay, so we're looking forward to TGS. So it starts on September 30th through October 3rd. So finally tonight on the post show, I want to talk about.
Oh wait, can I interrupt?
Yes.
The next story is not a video game story.
Right.
So I got two little things I wanted to mention on here. So
okay.
Video game related. Halo Infinite next flighting preview is targeted for September 24th.
You mean the multiplayer?
The multiplayer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And anyone who's fully registered on Halo Insider as of September 13th will be eligible to participate.
Cool.
So if you guys are interested or anybody else, get on there and register. I actually did the register, so I will give it a try when this happens.
Awesome. Okay, I'll register to Halo Insider just to grab the beta.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah. Go ahead. Here, I'll share the link on that. But also, the other thing I shared you guys, I don't know if you were going to take a look at it.
I saw that. What you shared earlier.
Redfall screenshots have leaked.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah. And I mean I'd have to like look into it and read into it, but I looked at all the images here and I mean visually I don't really want to judge it. I don't know what stage this is in. I mean it's not like it looks bad. It just, I don't think it for the game that it's going to be, it kind of looks how I expect anyway. And it, I mean it doesn't look like a game I would play. That's for sure. I mean, because it's a first person shooter, like sort of looks like gear, sort of lootish stuff going on here. Because you're seeing a lot of the gear menus and loadouts, and I don't think I will be interested at all.
Even if it's day one on Game Pass, we give you, if you try this, we give you a free month of Game Pass.
Well, look, as I always say, I will try these games. You know, a big game comes to Game Pass, I'm going to want to try it, at least so I can talk about it, have an opinion, and maybe I would like it. But I don't know that this leak is going to impress people. They might have to put out a trailer soon, maybe games, the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Just to make sure people see a better look at this.
Yeah.
Yeah, the images that they do show, because I've taken a look, don't scream, "Oh my god, this is so original that I can't get this somewhere else." This looks like I've seen this on 5 other kind of games. Not trying to be mean, but
no, that's a good assessment.
Yep. Okay, thanks for that, Carl. Yeah, appreciate that. So, finally on the post show. Dun 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 dun. The Matrix Resurrections trailer. What'd you guys think of that, man? I love that music at the beginning, and of course I get to see my home city, good old San Francisco, and Salesforce Tower in the background there. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah. I love that music too. Yeah. The blue pill, the red pill. What'd you guys think? Come on, man. Yeah. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm curious what Burly said, because you're younger. I don't know. Matrix wasn't like, you weren't there day one for Matrix like I was. Like I was in theaters.
Yeah,
you don't know that. I was there day one.
Okay, I guess you could have, sort of.
Yeah, had a fake ID. I saw 2 and 3 in theaters. I didn't see 1 in theaters. My dad loved it and was like, "Here, you're watching this with me." Back when you could actually rent movies, you go to a store, because we had a little video store here in town, and go rent, a little mom and pop shop. I remember renting. My dad renting it and watching the first one. I hate that song, "The One Pill." I hate that freaking song. If I hear that song one more time,
it's classic though, man.
No, that song makes me want to just.
It's a great song.
It's very overused.
When she's 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
It makes me think Thanos is right. We need to start wiping.
Oh man.
But the trailer, I did enjoy. I really liked the first 2 Matrix movies. The third one,
yeah.
But I mean, where are they going with this? So I mean, because obviously, like in the second, third movie, of course, in the third movie, Neo gets his eyes all burnt out and everything. But
it doesn't. The third one, spoilers, ends with him just racing across the Matrix, battling Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, this is hey, let's bring back this franchise because people will go see this.
Yeah, but what they're saying though, it's like a continuation of the first film.
Yeah.
So what is it, like Neo just hung out in the Matrix and then he decided to come out and swallow a bunch of blue pills and live like for the next 20, 30 years just in like, regular type of world. And then all of a sudden, decide, okay, I got to go back in the Matrix again.
I mean, I don't think it's not gonna disregard Matrix 2 and 3.
Yeah.
No, it wouldn't do that.
Well, because some of the characters that were in 2 or 3 are in this film. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I think is happening here is, Neo is plugged into some version of the Matrix, right? Because at the end, the machines still have him, right?
Yeah.
And whatever they're doing, whatever reason, he doesn't know, he doesn't remember. And now he's getting brought back out for some reason. I mean, it's very much like the reason why I'm not super excited for this. Like, I think it looks cool. I'm going to see it for sure.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay, like it's the Matrix again. Like, okay, cool. Like,
Yeah.
we're kind of rebooting this franchise, and I don't begrudge them for like trying to just like, let's take it back to like Matrix 1, right? And kind of try to do something a little bit more like that, because that, definitely was the best one for sure.
Yeah. I'm kind of bummed though that they recast Lawrence Fishburne. They recast Morpheus. I mean, a younger version of Morpheus. I mean, I kind of wish if Carrie Ann Moss is going to be in this as Trinity, then you would think that you would get Lawrence Fishburne to sign on and do it as well. But
yeah, I'm very confused as to what's going on with that. From things that I've saw, like commentary, people talking about it, saying that it's possible that that's because in I think Matrix Online, which was written by the Wachowskis, the story in that has something to do with Morpheus dying and then
he dies
later coming back in something else somewhere, and
hence the title Resurrections.
So maybe it's because of that storyline that he looks like a different person. But if you're in the Matrix, you can look like anybody. So it doesn't really make 100% sense that you wouldn't just bring back the actor. So I don't know.
Yeah, and that woman that's sitting there at the table when she closes the book for Alice in Wonderland, that looks like a younger version of the what is it, the what was her name again, the Teller or something, I'm trying to remember what her name was.
The Oracle.
The Oracle. That's right. Yeah,
because the original actor,
the Oracle.
Because the original actress of the Oracle, I think she's dead.
She passed away. I think so. Yeah. So. But she looks like a completely younger version of her. Looks a lot like her. So,
I was really surprised to see Neil Patrick Harris.
Yeah.
Which is nice. I like him. He's
crazy? Great. We don't say those things in here.
We don't say those words.
I don't know if we saw her, but I see in the casting that Jessica Henwick is in it.
Yeah, she's in it. Yeah, Jessica Henwick.
Yeah, I like her.
I don't think we saw her in the trailer.
No, she's all over the trailer. She's the one with the tattoo of the rabbit on her, and she's the one. That's her, and she takes him back into the Matrix. There,
all right, I gotta watch it again
through the portal. Watch it. She brings Neo back through the portal, and then she's the one that's jumping on the buildings and everything. She's all over that trailer, and she's got the agents following her and shooting at her, and she's like flipping upside down and right side up and everything, like like in the original films, they were doing, like Carrie Ann Moss and Keanu Reeves were doing. So she's all over it. So
I really wonder what they're gonna do with Trinity, because we know her character's dead. So I mean, she can appear in the Matrix, because again, anything can appear in the Matrix. So hopefully it's a good explanation as to maybe they're using her as as some sort of image, or some reason to.
Yeah, because in the trailer it's like Neo, Keanu Reeves' character Neo and her, they meet outside the Matrix, I think it is. When they're like shaking hands, and then she asks, "Have we met?"
That can't be outside the Matrix. How could that be out? Wasn't it like a regular place they were in, or no? I don't remember.
They were in like a coffee shop or something. Yeah, some type of store. So.
That's not outside the Matrix.
Who knows? It could be.
Not in the context of the world we know, right? The story.
Man. Yeah, they're in Fraggle Rock in the
yeah.
Who knows? They're in San Francisco, man. Who knows that?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny. I read in an article, in San Francisco, a lot of the public workers, they didn't like the Lana Wachowski and them actually filming in the city, because they had to do like about $500,000 worth of damage to buildings and the lighting around the streets during the filming there. And so they weren't very happy that they were around doing filming and damaging stuff. But, I'm sure $500,000, they cleaned it up, I'm sure. But yeah. But anyway, Christmas time, December 22nd. So it's going to be in theaters and in the US on HBO Max, I think, the paid tier. Yeah. So,
do you think for the China release, instead of whatever they're going to put on the pills there, they're going to call it spiritual opium?
Yeah, they should. Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. I'm wondering if we're going to get it here on the first day, also out here in Japan, probably because Shang-Chi released the same day as in the U.S. out here, so it's in theaters here in Japan too. So.
You guys got around to that yet?
Oh yeah, I saw it on Labor Day.
Yet. I haven't had a chance to see it.
All right, well, we'll save that
work
for
and stuff. So
later.
Yep, for later. Okay, everybody. So all you patrons, thank you so much, and thank you for all your support, and all you listeners on the free podcast services. We thank you so much, and we look forward to bringing this to you tomorrow. So it goes in early access for the first day, and then it will go up to free podcast services along with the Expat 2020 Gaming and the Arena Citadel YouTube channel. So thank you so much, and we hope to catch you in the next post show next week. So take care, everyone. Peace out.